was like, this room is full of people. We hardly do any advertising. We just say, like, it's the first and third Wednesday every month. You can come. Anybody's invited to come sit in and play any instrument they want. Gwen will tell you we have a saxophone that shows up sometimes. It's a good time. And it's a great place to learn. So if you don't know how to play your instrument, look, I've been learning the fiddle for 3 years. I love when people say, "Oh, you play the fiddle." I was like, "That is a stretch." Misty does not play the fiddle.
That's an aggressive way of
putting
it.
Misty is an aggressive way of putting it. In fact, the first time I really picked up a fiddle, Waylon Thibodaux had me go up on stage with him, and he's like, "Look, just put your fingers here, and just bow these 2 strings." And that's what I did. It was like, I don't feel like I'm playing music, but I mean, in some sense, I was.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Louisiane, the only podcast 100% dedicated to Louisiana culture, communities, and our heritage French language. On Louisiane, we interview native speakers of Louisiana French and Creole, as well as culture bearers, including chefs, musicians, dancers, Mardi Gras practitioners, fishermen, artisans, and more. We need your support to keep our fight alive for Louisiana language and culture. Please support our show by going to louisiane.org and becoming a paying subscriber. Merci beaucoup et lâche pas. Okay, Misty McElroy.
Yeah.
Welcome to La Louisiane. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Can we say comment ça va?
Comment ça va? Ça va bien.
C'est bon. So for those who don't know you as a bayou icon that you are, can you tell us a little bit about where you're from and what made the person that we know today?
Okay, well, I am from Houma, the east side of Houma, and I grew up all my life on the same house, the same street, and then later in life I moved up to Thibodaux because I worked at Nichols State University, and so to be closer to my job, I moved up the bayou.
Got it. And what was growing up in Houma like?
It was great. I loved it. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, which was a great time to be alive, and we went... I spent many of my weekends fishing, trawling. We were on the boat every weekend, every Saturday, every Sunday as a family. Many mornings I grew up, I spent, we would stop at Delchamps, get my chocolate milk and some donuts, and then I'd take a nap on the ride in, all the way down the Cocodrie, where we'd launch the boat. Depending on the season, whether we'd be trawling or fishing. And trawling season, I remember they'd, wake me up, and then I'd go lay in the picking box before the first drag, because after that you can't lay in the picking box because it's all dirty. But then I would wake up to the sunrise and eat my little donuts and drink my chocolate milk.
I love that.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the sound of the seagulls, the smell of the salt water, that's where, my memories are, like, born there. Like, I love those memories. And I think that's why I'm drawn to this way of life, is because I was exposed to it from such an early age. And it wasn't just like I went outside, I rode my bike, went inside, had lunch. Like, we had a real experience down the bayou, even though I didn't live down the bayou.
Right.
A lot of it is tied to the water.
And where are your parents from?
Oh, my mama's from Wisconsin.
Oh, I love that for her.
Yeah. Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. And my daddy is from Ashland.
Ashland, so like north of Grand
So
Bayou.
he grew up on Ashland Plantation.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And so is that where you guys mainly, would you guys mainly go to Grand Bayou when you go shrimping, or nowhere would?
No, so we would go to Cocodrie.
Cocodrie. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
So
okay.
we would, we'd launch the boat out of Cocodrie. And it was an interesting experience to watch, and I can't remember the guy's name, but I can remember his gold chain and pulling up to the dock and offloading the shrimp and, watching them weigh it. I didn't know what all that was about, but it was fun to watch.
Right.
And then him writing my daddy a check for his shrimp.
Wait,
and then
so
we'd take some of it home, obviously.
Right. Wait, and so then when you said you would wake up to it, you'd sleep on the boat? Is that what you're saying? Or no?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I'd sleep in the picking box.
Yeah, right,
And then
okay.
my brother would sleep underneath it, my little brother.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because it's so beautiful. The thing is, people don't realize, well, if you're not from down here, I think people don't realize, like, shrimping happens, like, really late at night for the most part.
No, ours happened early in the morning.
Well, that's what I
some
mean.
of it.
Yeah,
some
right.
of it does, but like before the sun was up.
Right.
The net was in the water for sure.
Right. So not sunlight time. Okay, cool. And so then when, so you moved to Thibodaux for work, you said?
Yep. And because my daughter went to school in Thibodaux.
Yeah, so when did you have a kid?
When I was 21.
21.
Yeah.
Pretty late, honestly. No, I'm just joking. What was that like?
Right. Oh, well, so I missed all of the things that my counterparts were doing. All of my friends that I graduated high school with. Like, I missed getting to go out, getting to do those things. Like, I just had my kids so young that I was raising my daughter in college. And I can remember whenever I was going to classes at Nichols, I left on the Friday. I had my baby on the Saturday, and I was back there in class the next week. Like, it was just, and that's just kind of how my life was. Like, I filled every single moment with things. I had 3 jobs at one time because I didn't have anything else to do. Why not? I'll work this shift, and I'll go to another job, work this shift, and then I'll work these other shifts on the weekends. Yeah.
Right.
So it's just like things moved fast all the time. They're still moving fast.
Definitely.
I'm tired. I need a nap.
You definitely have that vibe. And the thing is, so you always had an appreciation for the culture and like the way of life, like you're saying. But when do you feel, don't you feel like there was a musical component added at some point?
There was, and it wasn't until I could tell you the moment and how old I was. Because I was 26 years old. I was at my first jazz fest. Now, look, we grew up going to Lagniappe on the Bayou. They played Cajun music. I didn't pay any attention when I was a kid at all. I was like, that's old people music. That's stuff my mom and daddy listened to. I don't want nothing to do with that. But I went to Jazz Fest, and I heard the Pine Leaf Boys. And I was like, that's that old people music again. Like, what's happening? I turn around, and it's Cedric Watson in a baseball cap. And I was like, that sound should not be coming out of these people because they were all my age or younger. Like, it was incredible.
Because that's the Savoie, or is that Wilson Savoie too? Isn't he in there?
That was, I'm trying to think who was.
I feel like it's one of the Savoies. Or
Yeah,
maybe
Wilson
two.
Savoie.
Cedric. But that whole generation of like Lafayette musicians.
Right, and they were young. They were my age. So I identified because they were my age.
Right.
And like everybody who knows Cedric knows that, like, the energy that he brings. And so I was mesmerized. I even stopped him one night in the Blue Moon. I was like, you're the reason that the Cajun Music Preservation Society exists. And at the time, he was wearing a big old top hat. I thought it was hysterical.
Wait, so what year did you say that was?
That was 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's not that long
ago.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I was 26 years old. No, 2007. I'm sorry. I was
2007. Okay,
I was
cool.
26 years old. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 26. Wow. And then
Yeah, so it happened later in life.
Right, exactly.
Right? My introduction into Cajun music for real happened later in life.
And then how did you go about? Because I guess did you co-found Cajun Music Preservation Society? So what was that process like, and how did you get looped in with the other co-conspirators?
There was an event that happened at Nichols, which was Swamp Stomp Music Festival, and it was a blend of Zydeco, Cajun, and I think one thing that was realized by the people who put it on, Quentin Fontenot mostly, is that there was no traditional Cajun bands in Swamp Stomp. And so we got to talking about it, and it was like, we really need to bring traditional Cajun music here. And so we just decided one day, I can remember the biology lab we were standing in, and said, let's create a page. Let's create a Facebook page. Let's create a group. Let's get something started. And then we had one jam. The jam had 3 people at it. Then people would walk. You could see them. They'd stop. They're like, what's going on over there? And then Theismann Sharpenshea, who's another founding member, would play his fiddle at Nicholls State University, sitting on a park bench by himself, for anybody who would listen. He did this for a long time. I can't even tell you how long he did it for a long time. And he's like, nobody's listening, but I'm going to do it anyway. And it just, the seeds of it were so small. And now, man, we've had jams, because we do a jam on the first and third Wednesday of every month at Gina's at the Legion in Thibodaux. And it's all sung in Cajun French. And I think we've had 24 musicians show up. Like, the circle's big. The last time I walked in, I walk in, And I was like, this room is full of people. We hardly do any advertising. We just say, like, it's the first and third Wednesday. Every month you can come. Anybody's invited to come sit in and play any instrument they want. Quinn will tell you we have a saxophone that shows up sometimes. Just, it's a good time. And it's a great place to learn. So if you don't know how to play your instrument, look, I've been learning the fiddle for 3 years. I love when people say, "Oh, you played a fiddle." I was like, "That is a stretch." Misty does not play the fiddle.
That's an aggressive way of
Misty
putting it.
is an aggressive way of putting it. In fact, the first time I really picked up a fiddle, Waylon Thibodaux had me go up on stage with him, and he's like, "Look, just put your fingers here, and just bow these 2 strings." And that's what I did. It was like, I don't feel like I'm playing music, but I mean, in some sense, I was. And so I've been learning under Waylon for a long time now. And we started fiddle lessons that we supplemented as the Cajun Music Preservation Society to make it affordable for those who want to learn. And it's $100 for 6 weeks of learning.
Who's teaching?
Waylon.
Waylon's a legend.
Yeah. Yes, Waylon Thibodaux.
A bayou legend. We need to interview him too, by the way.
Yeah.
Side note.
Yeah.
Wait, and so then is it still at Nichols Cajun Music Preservation Society? Like, is it officially housed at Nichols, or
So
is it
it's
separate?
it's not housed. It's housed in Thibodaux. Like
Right.
Gina's at Legion is our home.
Okay, got it.
It's the Center for Bayou Studies at Nichols.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which is where Quentin works? No.
Quentin works he's research and sponsored programs, I think now. He was the biology department head, but now he's research and sponsored programs. Gary LaFleur, who's on our board, works at Nichols in the biology department. And then Elise Ferrara is Quentin's wife. She's the other founding member.
Okay, cool.
And she also works in the biology department at Nichols. I'm an anomaly because I don't work
Look at all these scientists.
biology.
It's very interesting.
Yes.
There's something about the Cajun community in Thibodaux.
Yeah.
It's like all these scientists. Like,
you would think that some of that would rub off on me, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but we need all kinds.
Yeah.
And so what was it like? I feel like one thing that's unique about you too is that you're kind of this like bridge between like
the West and the East?
Yes.
I know.
Exactly. So what was that process like of starting to get to know like Cedric and Jordan and like Kelly Stewart and like people like that?
Oh, I texted Kelly this morning. I love her. So I'll tell you, I've been, since that moment, whenever I saw the Pine Leaf Boys playing at Jazz Fest, I was intrigued. And I love the music, and I started listening to, even my daughter knows Pine Leaf Boys songs from way back when. Like, she's like,
Start 'em young.
Start 'em young. And so I love it whenever I hear her playing that for her son, because I think that's fantastic. That, like, I'm so proud whenever she plays my music for her son, because some of the songs or some of the things she plays, I'm like, what is happening? I didn't teach you that. What are you doing? Why are you listening to that? So it's great whenever the culture goes down like that, and now my grandson's being exposed to Cajun music. But I remember I saw Alan LaFleur playing the upright bass. I knew he was part of Lost Bayou Ramblers. Like, I've watched them play. I watched Pine Leaf Boys play. Like, I would go to Jazz Fest, go wherever they were playing, right? And so I was on stage at Jazz Fest when Alan gave his bass away. And so I photographed that moment. I thought that was great. And then
Why did he give it away? I missed this moment.
I think he was giving up music. I don't know. You'd have to ask Alan. But
Okay, got
but
it.
It was really funny because he gave the upright bass to the audience, and it went in a circle and it came back. And he's like, "No, keep it. Like, I don't want it back." It was just crowd surfing for a little
that's
while.
beautiful, yeah.
And so instead of the first person to get it, the last person got it. So it was kind of fun. But anyway, I saw him years later, or maybe it was a year later, I don't even know, at French Quarter Festival. And I tagged him in a post, and it was like, "Hey, why don't you come hang out with us?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really know you." But I think he knew that I photographed, like, I'm in the scene sort of thing. And so that's the day that I met Kelly Stewart. I walked in. I didn't know any of these people. I was like, "What's going on? How are y'all?" Like, I was just invited to this event. And immediately they became family. Kelly's going to tell you a different story. She's going to say she didn't like me, but she does. She loves me.
Oh, really?
She's like, "Who's this lady and why is she here?" But Kelly loves me.
Who's this Toto lady? Well, because I'm a big, like, pan-Louisiana person. Because, you know, like, the Lafayette area, people are so, like, if it's not in Lafayette, not all of them, but you know what I mean? Some of them are kind of like, this is the only place Louisiana culture happens. And I get what they're saying, because Lafayette is very unique, and the music scene there is like it's
look,
really hard to compare.
But
there's stuff going on in other places too.
I
You know what I'm
love
saying?
Lafayette, and I'm gonna tell you, I almost look at it as, and I know I'm embedded. I look at it as a spectator. So I watch these little battles happen, like
Right.
the 985, the 337, and I'm like, I don't know what y'all are arguing about, because all of it is great. All of
Right.
it is wonderful.
That's how I feel. Yeah. Even 318, we love you guys.
Yeah, it's all wonderful, and like they fight all the time. There's the DJ Brett thing versus the
Oh my gosh.
like he's always hating on the 337. I was like, it's so great over there though. I love it, and you'll find people down the bayou here in the Houma region, Dulac, Chauvin, Montague, Pontchartrain, Berg, Dularge. I can't leave any out. That like. Their mama, they cook better than anybody over there in the 337. But I haven't had the mamas cooking from the 337, so I don't know. But it's all great. It's all wonderful food.
Yeah, I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's unique about you though too, is I do feel like there was kind of more of an ecosystem, because I guess the whole like we were talking about this with Dr. LaFleur earlier about like one time he went to Texas and his mom got him like Cajun Power shirts. But basically, they were like, it was from Lafayette, because the whole like Cajun Renaissance, a lot of it started Lafayette area, you know what I mean? But like a generation before you or before us. And so I feel like there is this there were obviously efforts here before, but I do think there's like this new resurgence here that's happening. Rougarou Fest is definitely part of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like us getting the school in Pointe-aux-Chenes, what are you guys really doing with the Cajun Music Preservation Society? Because like I feel like, and that's what's kind of, I don't want to say catching up, but like Houma Thibodaux is like taking its place at the table. You know what I'm saying?
We are definitely at the table now.
Right. Okay, so controversial question.
Okay.
Houma or Thibodaux?
I can't answer it.
So what's the vibe? Like what's like for people that don't really know, like what are the vibes that are different in Houma versus Thibodaux? Because I feel like it's lumped together from outside.
So, okay. Houma is fed from the bayou, from the 5 bayous, right? And the 5 bayou towns. I don't know if it's 5 bayous. But maybe it's 5 bayous.
Yeah, it's 5 bayous. Yeah.
And so it has more of a bayou feel, bayou vibe, where I don't feel like Thibodaux is fed from the South Lafourche Bayou as much. Thibodaux is a boutique town. It is a college town, and it's one of my favorite places on earth. Like, there's things in Thibodaux you can't, like Sinclair. Oh my God. Sinclair's amazing. It's my favorite restaurant on the planet.
What is it for people that don't know? Is that the Italian restaurant? No.
No, it's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's Jeffrey's at the bar, like Jeffrey Markell's at Markell. I really don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I love you. But Jeffrey's behind the bar, and if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Jeffrey's the greatest bartender. Outside of Cammie, he was at Renee's, and I love Cammie, but I love them for different reasons. Jeffrey's the guy I go to say, fix me whatever you want. Fix me what you think I will like, and I like it every time. Cammie's the person who's going to remember my order every single time. Like, I walked in Renee's. Renee's is a gym. Walked in there one day after not being there for 6 months. I think I met her one time. And she goes, Budweiser? I was like, how does this lady know this? That's Thibodaux. That's what Thibodaux is. It's like, I remember driving down the street one day, and it was during, when was it? It was like Renee's was shut down, I want to say, and I was just driving to go check on something, we had Post-its all over the door. It was, I believe it was during that time. I drive down the street, I stop at the corner by Renee's, and a friend of mine is standing on the corner with his buddy who's from Baton Rouge. Nothing, good to see you. He said, you think you could take me to my house? I was like, yeah, hop in. And the guy was like, are you serious right now? Like, what is happening? Like, what? How does this happen? And it's like, that's Thibodaux. That's what it is. It's so close-knit. Houma is not that close-knit. Downtown Houma, I would say, is a closer vibe to Thibodaux as a whole. Downtown Houma is pretty close-knit.
And downtown Houma is on the up and up, I hear.
They are.
I saw you guys did the granny thing. What do you call it?
The Mama Walker.
The Mama Walker.
Oh, so good.
So what is that?
So it's a pub crawl, and you dress like grandmas and grandpas.
And that's because that's like a DJ Red thing that was started, or no?
No, that's the Hash Grant.
Oh, so DJ Red didn't start that?
No.
He's just a part of it now?
He's just a part of it now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the Hash Grant also does the boucherie, which I am the queen of for 2025. And they built the bandstand in the courthouse square. They put the lights on the courthouse.
really
So
beautiful,
they're working on a kayak trail in the Houma area. I think it's a 60-something mile loop that they're working on. They're just doing great things for the region, and that's one of their events. They put it on to help. I think it was after Ida. They wanted to get downtown businesses more business. That was the idea. Like they want patrons in their businesses. So it came from a really good why. And now it's huge. It's great. Like Mr. Weatherall was it? John Weatherall was there.
John Weatherall, yeah.
He came this year. It was great.
Speaking of, okay, so who is your favorite Louisiana influencer or top 3?
Oh no. Jordan, obviously.
Yeah. Who's that? No, I'm just joking.
I'm just joking.
The OG.
So okay, man, like I love Caroline.
Who's Caroline? Which one is she?
Lafayette.
Oh, Caroline Marcello, of course. Yeah.
She's from this region. Well,
she's hidden tip. She's another bridge builder.
Yeah. I love her energy. I love her. I don't know why are you making me do 3.
Okay, that's 2. Third.
Gerald
Grunig, another bridge builder because he's from New Orleans, but then he's like all over Lafayette and everything.
Yeah, but I can't stop at 3 because there's Kyle Crosby who's from here.
A legend.
And he's also bridging
Mr. Weatherall.
And then there's DJ Red.
DJ Red.
Like, we've got a bunch down here.
No, it's really cool. Like, they've been... Okay, so what do you think about this whole debate on TikTok? Are not them specifically, but are some of the Cajun influencers exaggerating their accents?
Oh!
Have you seen this debate?
No. Okay, you're going to be surprised. I'm not on TikTok.
No, yeah, that's probably for the best.
It is. Yeah. It is. I would spend hours and hours on it, so I had to delete it. Yes. The answer is yes. They are.
Shots fired.
I'm not saying names. I'm not saying who.
No, but I think we all code switch a little bit, etc. Okay, so then a few more questions. What is a hidden gem in Acadiana, like outside of a major city? Like a small town that people are sleeping on?
Bayou towns, I think.
What about outside of the bayou? What about like Prairie region or Lafayette area? Or it could be a bayou town.
Now you're making me think. I'm going with Abbeville.
Abbeville, facts. Go to the Omelet Festival. It's honestly great. We love Abbeville. And that's where, well, I guess he's not from there. He's from Cow Island. But our voice star, Dustin Gaspard.
From Cow Island. Okay, I have a funny story about Dustin Gaspard. So when we were at Congrès up in Nova Scotia in August, I was at some, they played music at some bar, restaurant thing. And I was like, where did everybody go? You were there. I was like, where did everybody go? And I opened the freezer, and everybody's in the freezer drinking. That's where I met Dustin Dale Gaspard, was in that freezer.
It was so hot.
Everybody was drinking in the freezer.
Why were we so hot, though?
I don't know.
Why was I even in there? What was I even doing in there?
Waylon was in there too, right?
Oh, I was trying to like talk to Waylon, I think, because I wanted to interview him.
You had to corner him in a freezer.
Well, I think he had just played, and so we all went
He had just played, yes.
Bro, that's so funny. Oh my God, I remember this. What a happy memory.
Right. That was one of the greatest weeks of my life.
It was really cool.
Was
New Brunswick.
Congrès,
I mean, sorry,
right?
Nova Scotia, yeah.
And the Tintamarre was probably top 5 events of my life.
Yeah, it was really cool. We need to do big events like that down here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then, almost last question. New Orleans. That's what I like about you too. You like New Orleans too, right?
I do like New Orleans.
So what do you like to do in New Orleans? What's fun to do that people don't know about?
What they don't know about?
Or maybe they know about it, but they should do it more.
Live music. Frenchman Street, not Bourbon Street.
Facts. Yeah. Bourbon Street is so canceled, like it's been canceled.
And you have to go to Snake and Jake's. You have to. One time in your life, you have to go to Snake and Jake's.
I go there most Christmas days with my friends, like my high school friends. Yeah, It's a good place.
And if you go to what's that hotel right there on the river? It's
the Four Seasons.
It's not, no, it's the lobby's on like the 11th floor.
Oh,
I'm not gonna remember the
Canal
Westin.
Street. Yes.
Go to the lobby
elevator.
of the Westin because that's where you can get a really cool shot of or a view of the bend in the river.
Yeah, lobby of the Westin.
You can also go to the bathroom there.
Free bathrooms. With views. Bathrooms with views.
So my daughter, this is funny, and she'll tell you that this happened quite often. I would bring her as a child to Bourbon Street. We would never go to certain blocks of Bourbon Street.
Right.
But we would sit on the curb.
She was raised by the streets.
We would sit on the curb and people watch. And I remember one day there was a lady who was essentially naked, but she was painted from head to toe. And I was just like, see, we don't do that. And not so like it was just a life lesson for her. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. See that guy right there laying on the street? Don't get that drunk that you do. Not that I've done that before, but don't do that. Yeah. No, but I love limits. You got to have limits. So I love going watch live music on Frenchman Street and like the Maple Leaf.
The Maple Leaf is great.
I would say you have to experience Bourbon Street, but don't make that your only visit.
People
in
need
New
to
Orleans.
like come uptown and come to Mid-City. Like the French Quarter is great, but whenever people come to visit, they're like, oh, like college friends or whatever. They're like, Will, I'm in town. I'm like, okay, let's go to dinner. And they're like, I'm around here. Like, do you want to go around here? I'm like, no, I don't want to go around Canal Street. Like, I can pick you up.
Right.
And we can go to like Frankie and Johnny's or like Mandina's or Casamenta's, you know what I'm saying? Because even just the parking is horrible. I mean, I do love the French Quarter. It's so beautiful. But New Orleans, there's so much to it.
There's so much more. Yes, New Orleans is much more than just the French Quarter.
Yeah, facts.
And the Camellia Grill. You have to go to the Camellia Grill.
Literally the best. Okay, so then last question.
Are you sure?
Do you ever? Yes. Well, we're gonna.
Do I ever sleep? Rarely.
No. Well, clearly, yeah, that much I do. But do you ever have you ever noticed the fact that your last name is like a Mick last name? And have people ever made a comment?
No, I've never noticed
I mean,
that.
as it relates to the whole like Cajun and Creole like revitalization movement, because I get that all the time. Because my last name is McGrew. Yeah. And so sometimes people are like, oh, but you're not like a LeBlanc or something.
Right.
So I feel like
I have an Irish last name.
You got that.
Yes.
I have that like in spirit. I got that with you, where it's like fighting for the culture, even though we're mixed.
My mama was a Lede.
So that overcompensates.
And right, well, like, wait, and surprisingly, I'm more Polish than I am anything.
Well, that's what you realize. It's funny because the thing is, the Dennis McGee example is like the
right. Yeah. So that too, I will say, outside. You're talking about places to visit outside of Lafayette, things to do. You have to go to the Fiki-Taye.
Facts.
You have to go.
Yeah.
Go to Joël Savoie's house, Mardi Gras Day. And just do it.
Run in that career.
Do it. Yes.
Hydrate though. Bring water.
Hydrate.
You gotta bring water.
Yeah. Stretch your ankles. It's a long walk.
I literally was on television with a really bad headache, but we made it happen. So.
And also, I will say one more thing. Don't judge so much. So, the pointy hats, the costumes, like try to learn more about cultures, and I think that's why I would be considered a bridge builder is because I sort of hang back and I want to know why. Why do they do this? Why does this happen? Why are these costumes like they are? Why are these customs like they are? Where do they come? I'm a very curious person. And so I'm not just like, oh, I'm not going over there. That's not happening. No, I want to know. I want to go. And if I can, I will. But there's nothing that's really off limits. I'm curious about everything. Maybe that's why I'm a photographer. I don't know. I'm curious about a lot of things.
No reservations, Misty McElroy.
I'm not doing everything. I'm not, but I'm curious about everything.
No, that's why. That's why I feel like I connect with you because you're very, like, I feel like we always like. I mean, obviously sometimes we plan to see each other, but then also I run into you like.
And where do we meet? Where do we meet?
I don't remember.
We met at the Capitol.
Oh my gosh, we met at the we were connected on social media.
Yep.
But you were in Henri Boulet's, weren't you? Isn't that thing? Weren't you in his like?
It was Leadership Terrebonne.
With Henri Boulet, right?
With
Henri Boulet, Lafouche legend. But
I was also in Leadership Terrebonne with DJ Red.
Oh my gosh, what an iconic lineup. Okay, cool. Well, this is to be continued, but merci beaucoup. This was awesome. And follow. Where should people find you?
You can follow me, Misty Lee McElroy. photography on Facebook, Misty Mac Photo
Misty Mac
on
Photo.
Instagram.
And see some beautiful shots of our beautiful Louisiana, especially the bayou region. Cool. Merci. À bientôt.